What's going on? Welcome again, SPN Liners featuring Philly D and Steve Fantasy Assassin. Check us out on Twitter, SPN Lineups. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, at No Limit Fantasy Sports. Today, we're talking NHL. Check out Crypto Fantasy Sports. And we have a free tournament giving away $10 in No Limit coin to the winner of the tournament. It's a little bit of a catch though. You have to include a player I'll be naming later in the show on your roster. The highest scoring team with that player wins the prize. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com. You can sign up using the links below. Last night, we had a winner. And that winner is Ants 5000, who had the highest score, and Nick Bellino on the roster. Make sure to leave a comment with your NLC2 address, and we'll send the prize over right away. We also have Steve bringing out a new segment in today's show that he'll explain to you. Speaking of Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How about you, Philly?
I am just doing fine and dandy on this wonderful Saturday morning. But enough about me. Let's start with last night. Catch us up, Steve.
Last night was pretty low scoring around the league, aside from the 6 goals that Winnipeg put up on the Avs. So after we both told you yesterday that the Isles shutout was a fluke, they went ahead and got another one with their backup goalie, Thomas Greiss. So I mean, strange things happen sometimes. So over in Winnipeg, Blake Wheeler had 2 goals and an assist, and his line mate Mark Scheifele had 3 assists for the Jets. Dustin Byfuglien, he also helped out with 2 assists, and Patrick Laine, he added his team-leading 26th goal of the season. The rest of the night was definitely one for the goalies. I mean, specifically Thomas Greiss, who turned in a 50-save shutout right after we pointed out his .400 goals against average, which, by the way, is down to 3.84. Good progress there. Over in Philly, Michael Neuwirth, he had 35 saves, and he only allowed 1 goal, as the Flyers beat the Blue Jackets 2-1. So, Philly, what do you got for us regarding matchups and back-to-backs?
Despite a full slate of 11 games, there's no back-to-backs tonight. Keep an eye on game start times. 1 o'clock Eastern today, early show, because we got an early slate. So get your lineups in now. It seems like the premier matchup of today, Toronto at Pittsburgh. And the bookies are also looking at a little bit of a high score from New Jersey and Tampa Bay. So many to choose from. Steve, how about you getting started on who is hot?
All right. We got some hot guys on this list. So we'll start off with Ryan O'Reilly, 6,600 for Buffalo. He's got 6 points in his last 3 games, though that does include a 0 in his last one out against Ottawa. He's still getting massive amounts of ice time in all situations for the Sabres, so he looks like a good pick tonight. Center Sean Monahan for Calgary, $6,400. 9 points in his last 8 games, including 5 goals. He's looking on pace for 35, maybe even a 40-goal season. Clayton Keller, 5,800 for Arizona. 8 points in his last 5 games. In a normal year, he'd probably be the Calder favorite, though he's got the talent to catch Barzal and Bozer if he stays hot. I mean, a side note here, Barzal and Bozer definitely sounds like a group of baddies from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Left wing, Taylor Hall, 6,900, New Jersey. He's now got a Devils record 16-game point streak. It's crazy to realize he's only 26. It seems like he's been in the league forever, but he's on pace for a 90-point season. In doing some research for the show, sometimes I come across some cool, timely, useless knowledge. This week, Taylor's dad was actually a bobsled stuntman in the 90s movie Cool Runnings. I guess the more you know. Also at left wing, Johnny Gaudreau, 6,800 from Calgary. The former Team USA World Juniors gold medalist. He has 11 points in his last 8 games. He's just barely off the pace for a 100-point season. Now, over at right wing, Nikita Kucherov, $7,800 for Tampa Bay. He actually is on pace for a 100-point season, and he's got 10 in his last 5 games. I think the kids are alright. We got Victor Hedman, 6,100 for Tampa Bay. 7 points in his last 5 games, 4 of them coming on the power play. He's averaging almost a point per game at home this year. Also on defense, Torrey Krug, 5,600 for Boston. About the exact physical opposite of the hulking Hedman. Krug's got a little 4-game point streak going. He's on pace to post back-to-back 50-point seasons. Going to the goalies, we got John Gibson, another alum from that magical 2013 Team USA gold medal squad. Gibson's pretty much been locked in since he came back from a lower body injury last week. In his last 5 starts, he's rocking a 1.60 goals against average and a .950 save percentage. Great price tag, too, against a Minnesota team who looked a little flat in their 5-2 loss to the Caps on Thursday. Another goalie, Matt Murray, 7,800 from Pittsburgh. It's been a season of runs and streaks for Murray, and he's in the middle of a nice hot streak right now, as he's 5-0-1 in the month of February. Now, like Philly told you today, we're going to introduce a new feature. It's called the Slump Buster. We're targeting one guy that's been in a bit of a slump lately, but he has a great opportunity to turn it around. Tonight, we're looking at the Flames defenseman TJ Brodie. He comes in with a nice $3,500 price tag. He's pointless in his last 4 games, but he's still on pace to clock in another 35 to 40-point season. I mean, Calgary's finally back home after a 6-game East Coast road trip, and Brodie has 18 points at home versus only 8 on the road. And now we get you to the value picks. Today we're breaking it up a little bit differently because we have so many. I mean, Philly told you about all the games going on tonight, so we broke it up into the forwards, and then we got defensemen and goalies in another section. So, follow along with me. We got a lot of them, starting with Alex Killorn, 4,500 from Tampa Bay. Nico Hischier, 4,500 from New Jersey. Jake Gensel, 4,400 from Pittsburgh. Tobias Reeder, 3,300 from Arizona. Franz Nielsen, 3,200 from Detroit. Riley Sheehan, 3,200 from Pittsburgh. And Travis Zajac, 3,200 from New Jersey to round out the centers. Going over to left wing, we told you last night about Jacob Silverberg, 4,600 for Anaheim. Kyle Clifford, 3,100 for LA. Nick Ritchie, 3,100 for Anaheim. And Anton Slepyshev from Edmonton for 2,900. Over on the right wing, we've got Alex DeBrincat, 4,400 for Chicago. Kevin Hayes, 4,400 for the Rangers. And Michael Grabner, 4,300 for the Rangers. Going over to the defense, we've got Justin Schultz, 4,000 for Pittsburgh. Chris Russell, 3,900 for Edmonton. Nate Schmidt, 3,900 for Vegas. And we told you already about TJ Brodie, 3,500 Calgary. Get him in your lineup. Sami Vatanen, 3,400 from New Jersey. Travis Dermott, 3,300 from Toronto. Thomas Chabot, 3,200 from Ottawa. Casey Nelson, 3,100 from Buffalo. And then rounding it off with 2 goalies, we got Henrik Lundqvist, 7,400 for the Rangers, and Carey Price, 7,000 for the Habs. And just a reminder, make sure to check starting goalies before you rock your lineup. Anything can change. Usually it's, locked in a couple hours before the games, but you just never know. So check your goalies. So Philly, what do you think about those value picks?
Nice picks, buddy. A lot of action tonight. Can't wait to get it started. Here's the moment you've all been waiting for. All 7 of you. The SPN Lineups Special Player of the day. Make sure to get them in your lineups. CryptoFantasySports.com. Today's player, center for Tampa Bay, 4,500, Alex Killorn. All right, make sure to get them in your lineups, and you can win $10 in NLC. Again, yesterday's winner, Ants5000. Leave a comment with your NLC2 address, and we'll ship you your prize via the blockchain. All right, make sure to check out our Twitter at SPN Lineups for the latest injuries, news, and updates, and on Facebook, Instagram, No Limit Fantasy Sports. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com and all the links below. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good luck. Enjoy some afternoon hockey, everybody.